Just understand the essence of the present. A contradictory speech on adopting the federal parliamentary system of government in the Philippines. Philippines, do we really need a change? Or do we really need more comprehensive implementation of the policies and system we adopted? It is true that everything continually changes as time goes by. Maybe these changes exist challenging us to strengthen on what we have so that we can cope up with it. I strongly believe that there is a need of comprehensive implementation of the policies and system we adopted here in our state, specifically the unitary presidential system of government. It means that we have the whole power and capacity to strongly implement on what we adopted. So there is no need to adopt a new one like the federal parliamentary system of government. According from the Forbes Asia, adopting new system of government is out of the vocabulary of the majority of the Filipinos. Because according from the result of the Pulse Asia survey last 2018, 67% was not in favor to adopt new one, while only 18% was in favor of it and 14% was undecided. It is implying that Filipinos are not yet ready and not willing to adopt new system. Given the fact that adopting the system of the government is one of the political agenda of President Rodrigo Duterte. But what happened now? It is not more than 2 months remains of his term, but this proposal still delayed in the Congress. Maybe we will ask, why? Having a super majority coalition in the Congress, but why this proposal never moved? Simply because Philippines is not yet ready to adopt it. By the way, what is federal parliamentary? And what could be its disadvantage that triggers the mind of some members of the Congress not to take faster action to this proposal? According from law.carnal.edu, federal parliamentary is a system of government in which the same territory is controlled by 2 levels of government. The overarching national government, which is responsible for broader governance of larger areas, and the smaller subdivision of states which have the autonomy to govern some issues of local concern. In an article published by Study.com, in the parliamentary government, the executive and the parliament are unified and the government can pass more laws more quickly and efficiently with its majority. Out from the simple definition of federalism, there is a decentralization which leads to the breaking of unity of the Philippines, which could bring a negative impact on our way of governance, to our national security, and to our economy. In a parliamentary system, checks and balances are diminished since the executive and parliament are united. What if the passed laws are for the personal interest of the majority? So, the minority will suffer, which will lead to social injustice. One of the chief drawbacks of federalism is the economic disparities across states, since we all know that not all regions or provinces in the Philippines have the same income. If they are divided, the more chances that many will left behind, and it is uneasy for us to develop in a general setting. It is only advantage to those rich provinces, but it is a disaster for poor provinces. Another adversity of federalism is it resulted to difficulty in taking action on issues of national importance because it may lead to individualistic nature of thinking among Filipinos. That's according from lumenlearning.com. What if there is a national security threat? Knowing that our military is not yet fully equipped to combat our enemies, it is difficult for the Philippine national government to defend our own because coordinating the divided states really takes time. And the worst is, what if the other states will not cooperate to the national government? And it is easy for our country to fall against our enemies. If federal parliamentary system of government is adopted, it is difficult for the Philippines to develop as a country. Maybe there is a development in different states, but not for the mother state as in general. It is because the national development plan of the national government will be blocked by the policies of every state. If this will happen, Philippines will be more divided in achieving development, aside from being divided in religion, culture, political views, and in geographical context. I believe the unitary or the central presidential system of government is still effective in the context of situation that we have in our country nowadays. Checks and balances are still preserved among the branches of our government, and the unity as one country is still strongly enforced. Though there are circumstances which become irrelevant to the existing condition, but I believe that this will be solved through this system if we will fully understand the essence of our present government system. Still, there are flaws in central presidential system of government. But I strongly believe that Filipinos will use this as an opportunity to correct and improve the current system. It is impractical for us to adopt new one if we don't deeply understand and haven't effectively applied the essence of the existing one. Excuse me. In an article published by GMA News Online last February 25, 2022, President Duterte, the advocate of adopting new system of government, admitted that Filipinos are not yet ready and not willing to adopt it. According from him, this perception of some Filipinos toward the new system really hinders to impose this change in our government within his 6 years of office. Therefore, the plan to adopt the federal parliamentary government will be junked. This unreadiness of the Filipinos to the new one is a simple implication that we are contented in the existing one. It is better that we will use our resources to address some problems in our countries, especially the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, instead of using it to programs or plans which we do not know how effective it is. We are only challenged here to improve and deeply understand its context and essence of the present so that we can use its strength to address some societal issues and concern. Thank you.